Hi, I am Reese, and I am from the podcast Canadian Politics is Boring, and we have 60 seconds to hard sell you why you should listen to our comedy show. So, Jesse, have you got any reasons why they should check us out?
Absolutely not, but you told me to be more enthusiastic, so that's what I'm going to be.
It's got stories about funny politics in Canada.
Bear wrestling, aliens, alcoholics galore, seances with ghosts, dogs that are your mother, or the fact that Justin Trudeau's father might actually be Fidel Castro, or
not.
So are you driving to work, or are you on your bicycle listening to a podcast, or are you perhaps taking care of your children and you just really want to drown them out? Put us in your ear holes.
Search Canadian Politics is Boring on your favorite podcast app, or go to CanadianPoliticsIsBoring.com to check out our half-finished website.
Hey everyone, Chris Hansen here of Hansen vs. Predators, and Catch Your Predator, why don't you have a seat right over there and listen to Kyle and Brandon, our podcast. According to my chat logs, Kyle and Brandon have interesting guests.
No, I hated it. Yeah. Everybody's sweaty, everybody's on drugs, so they're super sweaty but also touchy, and then they touch your face, and then you leave there, and the next day you have pimples.
Fantastic conversation.
He's underground in a lab, floating in a tank of water, because he almost died.
And most important, no predators.
Here at Intoxicated Reviews, we intellectually dissect the art of cinema, scene by scene. Here's some clips.
All he is, it's just a fucking big wooden doll full of cum, chasing kids around.
You look up guys who poop in a bag. Because I think that's where you'll find them. Because he is hurt.
It's probably just in your search history anyway, isn't it?
This movie fucking blows.
So don't forget to subscribe to Intoxicated Reviews on all places you find podcasts. Except Spotify. We're working on it.
I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry.
We get it. You're happy.
Do not take product if you are hypersensitive.
And welcome back to the Intoxicated Podcast. I am your host, Sarah McClellan. If you are brand new to this podcast, this is a comedy variety talk show based out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, where I sit down and shoot the shit with comedians, creators, and characters. It is that time of the year again, you guys. It is spooky season. It is fall. If you guys are a regular listener, you might know that pretty much once a year, I do a tarot card episode. This has become a thing. It's like once a year, usually at the end of the year, I do an episode with a tarot card reader. And this one is extra special for me because I have two amazing guests this week. Both women that I love and appreciate so much and look up to. I am so stoked to welcome my best friend since grade 2, Danielle Mccrory, who very recently launched her own tarot card business. And I am so very proud of her. It is called Nova Tarot. You can check her out on Instagram and Facebook. I am going to link below directly to those accounts. On Facebook and Instagram, it does show up as Nova Scotia Tarot. But please click the links in the description to this podcast to give her a follow on Facebook and Instagram. And if you are interested in booking a reading with Danielle, I highly recommend it because she is just wildly talented and so good at it. You can do so by messaging her. So right now she is offering online readings only. So if you are somebody who likes this type of stuff and likes to do it every now and then, please go to Nova Tarot. She's right here in Halifax. She's local. And like I said, just wildly good at what she does. So this episode, we have Danielle Mccrory, and I'm also welcoming my good friend and comedian, Adrienne Gabrielle. What's awesome about this episode is you have a tarot card reader and a comedian together, which made for a very entertaining episode because Adrienne's reactions to what Danielle is saying is just hilarious. This was so much fun. This one, I kind of took a seat back with this one because Danielle kind of led the charge and there was a lot of listening on my end. I don't talk too much in this episode, but you guys, I love doing this every now and then. So this is one of those times times that I just wanted to do something really fun. And I also know that like a big sector of people are into this type of thing. So I think you'll really enjoy it. Even if you are someone who is skeptical, I'd take a listen to this because the reading that Danielle gave Adrienne was quite accurate and powerful. So maybe it will change your mind and help you open up to the idea of tarot card readings. Also, a quick note to let you guys know, this episode has been edited a little bit. Some things did come up in the reading that Adrienne was no longer comfortable keeping in. Just to let you know, it was juicy. It was very accurate. It was pretty personal. So Danielle did a fantastic job tapping into things. It's just a little too personal to keep in the episode. Just a heads up on that. Before I get to the episode, I do want to plug a show that I am doing next week, along with Adrienne Gabrielle, actually. This is a Halloween-themed show that I am doing along with Adrienne on Thursday, October 29th at 7 p.m. in the basement of the Shoe Shop, which is formerly Sniggly Wiggly's, which is formerly the Seahorse. It's gone through many name changes, but if you know Economy Shoe Shop, it is the basement of that venue. It is going to be hosted by Alva Marie Sparkles. Along with me and Adrienne, we have Tal Jewell, we have Vicky Welch, and Emma Wilkie as the headliner. And there may be another surprise guest being announced very soon. It is $5 at the door, and I do have an advance ticket link as well that I will put in the description of this podcast. I'm wildly excited for this. I just think it's going to be so fun to do comedy with a bunch of awesome people and dress witchy and just have a lot of fun with it. So if you're in Halifax and you want to come out to support some women in comedy here, check it out. So I'm going to get to the episode now, but make sure that you are following Intoxicated on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Intoxicated Podcast. You can watch episodes on YouTube. That's youtube.com/intoxicated. Make sure you subscribe over there. And if you're digging the show and what I'm doing, I would love for you to leave an Apple Podcasts rating or review. It really helps the show out. I would love to see more reviews and ratings. But of course, another way you can spread the word is just by telling a friend or giving a share on social media. I always appreciate that. But Intoxicated does also have a Patreon page. That is patreon.com/intoxicated. I am going to try my best to be putting up some extra content on there. Holy smokes, I just feel like I don't have enough hours in the day lately. But of course, if you're a huge fan, you can sign up on there as well. Well, guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoy this special, non-comedy related episode of Intoxicated with Danielle Mccrory and Adrienne Gabrielle. All right. Oh my goodness, we are back on the Intoxicated Podcast. Finally, I have some women.
Yay!
I've been working a lot of dude episodes for a long time, and I love them to death, but holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need some female energy in my life.
Yes.
More
Cheers to
female.
that.
Cheers to
Cheers to
female
that.
female energy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Very, very, very excited. To be here on the podcast today with two returning guests, two really good friends of mine, two people I look up to in many ways. I'm going to introduce Danielle first because I've known her since grade fucking 2. So she gets the first introduction. Danielle Mccrory!
Yay!
Best friend since grade 2. Yeah, it's a long time to know someone.
I can't even equate that to like real years. You know what I mean?
I
Like I
know.
kind of forget what year that was. Like
I know, yeah.
I want to say like 94.
I don't even know.
have
Like,
no
I
idea.
always think in terms of grades and
Yeah,
not
same here.
not
Like,
ages.
Like
I couldn't tell you how. I mean, I'm 12, 13
I
in
think
grade
we were, like,
6.
it would have been like 22 maybe. Like we would have been like, would it be younger than 8?
In grade 6?
Grade 2.
We met in grade 2.
Grade 2 is about 7.
Okay, so 7.
'Cause I
so
taught
be like
grade 3, 4.
23 years, right?
Holy smokes.
Wait, no, that's more than that. I keep going. Never mind. Math is not my thing. I'm 33.
It's okay, you're pretty.
Thank you. See, like I was like, Anyway.
We've known each other a long ass time.
Exactly. That's what matters,
Is
right?
what we're fucking saying.
Yeah.
But I'm also here with Adrienne Gabrielle, returning guest. Podcast number 3 for you, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so you were here solo, and that was like when we first started getting to know each other.
Yeah. And I was really uptight and scared.
Oh my god, I love that episode with you.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't say uptight. I'd say more like sophisticated. Like you have the sense of like.
Oh my goodness.
You have your shit together.
Yeah,
is what we're
exactly.
saying.
Thank you.
And then you were on with Alva and the
therapist
Tongue in Cheek
said.
Girls.
Yeah.
You did that one, and now you're here. but like I always need fucking guests, so everyone's welcome to do us. I like the solo episodes are like they're a little more intimidating.
Yeah,
they're intense.
They are intense, but like I welcome it because I don't know. It's fun to dig into people's psyches, but I've digged into both of your psyches many times. Yes. So now we're combining psyches in a weird way.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited for this.
So okay, well, this episode kind of does have a little bit of a theme. A lot of my episodes don't. Like, it's just chit chat, talk about life, talk about why we're fucked up, what issues we have, what's been going on with us. But this one has a bit of a theme. Well, and I actually think this theme is really cool. So, Danielle, you have a new business, Nova Tarot.
I do.
But also, Adrienne, like, you're also a self-starter as well, because, like, you've been producing comedy shows with Lawn Laughs.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So this is a theme of, like, badass women starting businesses, doing what they love and fucking charging for it, bitch.
Right, look at you.
Oh, I'm not making money. You guys are making money. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
But you've both started things out of passion.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the theme of this episode, and we're gonna do some tarot card readings and learn about tarot and why it's good to. Listen, there's a lot of skeptics out there.
There are a lot of skeptics, but they can go fuck themselves.
They can go fuck themselves. But I guess, Danielle, like, what was your first... Because you kind of grew up around this stuff a lot, because your mom did it.
Yeah.
What was your first experience with actually reading somebody?
I did like my cards first, like my own stuff. Like I would do spreads for myself, and then like I find that's kind of hard to do sometimes. Like it's almost better. It's weird if someone does a spread for me about myself, and then I read it as if it's someone else, which is weird to say, but that's just kind of how it is. Like I just find it hard to like. Otherwise, I'm just like these cards mean nothing. Like it just doesn't really resonate.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah, like I've like it was like roommates here and there, and I noticed like back in the day, like things would kind of resonate. And then things started resonating more, so that's kind of like where it kind of stemmed off from. So,
like, but I think like you've always been an intuitive person.
Yes,
and that's something that we all have. Like, we all have intuition.
Oh, I agree. Yes. Yeah,
it's just not everyone is tapped into it as some people.
Don't you have to have like kind of a gift to be able to like?
I think it's something
be able to read stuff like this.
I think that a lot of it has to do with like yes, there's innate abilities there, but I think a lot of it is like. If you're aware that, or it's something you're interested in, you can develop those abilities further.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like through meditation, through prayer, through practicing, trying to tap into someone's energy by like trying to read them, like those sorts of things. Like that's all like exercising that part of your brain, kind of thing.
Yep.
So because I feel like it's a muscle. Like I feel like it's like anything else. Like the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you get at it.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like stand up. I know
she keeps like trying to
I've been comparing everything to stand up lately. Like even I had a magician on and it was the same thing. It's like the practicing is so much of it. Yeah. And when I say practicing, I just mean like doing it.
Yeah.
Like the more you do it.
The same way, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same with intuition stuff. And I imagine it's part of probably your daily life too, right? Like I
have like a daily practice of spirituality. And it kind of blends together, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like the more you kind of believe in this stuff, the more stuff kind of happens to make you believe in it. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
wild, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Things happen.
I absolutely believe in this stuff.
And because I remember I was planning a tarot card party and I was like, who would be interested in coming? And you were like, I'm in. Yes, please. Yes. So you've been someone who's gotten a lot of readings.
Yes.
What's your general opinion of it? So everyone has their own opinions on this and how to take readings. Like some people are really, really into it. Some people are just like hardcore, like, no, this is bullshit. I hate the people who are like, let's try to like catch the psychic, doing something sketchy. Like, oh, she had her phone out, so she must have creeped me on Facebook or something.
Yes.
Like, so like, where do you fall on the spectrum?
No, I absolutely believe in this. I feel like people. I agree that like we all have intuition, and I feel like we don't use like we have a huge. Our brain is very powerful, but we don't use it to its full capacity. Oh, yeah. And I feel like the people who have gifts use more of their brain, and they're kind of like they just have this intuition that you're talking about that they've tapped into, and I totally believe in it, and I have had many readings, and they've been very accurate and powerful. You know what I mean?
Really? So there was never one that you were like, nothing resonated with me at all?
No, I can't think of one that didn't. You know, there was always something from them that I felt really resonated with me, and I kept it kind of like, you know, like it would be like the reading would talk about something that would happen in the future, and I would kind of keep it in the back of my mind, and it would actually happen. So I don't know.
See, that's the thing about me, and I try to remember things that are said in readings. And I mean, they're always just like, your man's on the way, your man's on the way, your man's on the way. And it's just like, well, you know, like, I don't know. It's when it gets into future stuff, that's where I get a little skeptical. It's the stuff about current.
Yeah.
Like when someone says something about what I'm going through currently,
I think that's why
that they would never know otherwise. That's when it like really wows me, I find.
Like I feel like you'd really do well with like an empath reading, because I've had like straight up empath readings where it's like they're so focused on just right now that they're good for that kind of thing, where it's like they tap in a little bit in the future, but it's more like general everything that's going on in your world right now kind of thing.
Yeah. And like, would you say that like people who read tarot, this is a bold statement, but like they're kind of like in a weird way kind of therapists, because they're making you think about your life?
I wouldn't say the word therapist, but I would say like my goal is to heal in any capacity that I can do that in. And I've been helping people in some capacity, and that's why I'm doing this.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like I wouldn't say like a therapist, because I don't have the credentials at all.
None of us are therapists.
Like to say that if someone leaves feeling either better or they feel like they've, you know, learned some clarity about something in their life, then that's kind of with a goal in mind. You know what I mean?
That's the goal. And there's different kinds of readings too. So you were drawn to tarot cards.
Yes.
Is there a reason specifically tarot?
It's kind of easier for me anyway right now. I don't know if it's something I don't know what the future holds with that, but it's like right now I find it's really easy to tap into, because I don't read the cards per se, but I do it like intuitively. So like, you know, I can have the same spread 3 different times for 3 different people, but for whatever reason, I'll say different things. If that makes sense. I don't know.
I think so,
It makes sense for myself, but that's just how I describe it.
Yeah, I mean, like that. No reading that you've ever done for me has been the same, and that's
and that's the thing too. Is
wild.
I don't really retain a lot of it either. Like I just know bits and pieces, like kind of, not that I block it out,
right?
But I don't retain a lot of what I say, so it's kind of like after the fact, someone will be like, "Oh, you mentioned this," and I'm like, "Really? Like I don't remember even saying that, but okay, like I believe you. I just don't really remember a lot of it." So
yeah. And what was the? We're gonna get to everybody.
I know. Sorry, I'm like I feel like I'm just hogging everything right now.
Well, you haven't been on this in a while,
no,
so
I know.
What made you want to start doing it as a business? Because, and this, you can speak to this as well, as women, it can be hard sometimes to go, this is my value, and this is how much I'm charging.
Yeah.
And like, this is like, I'm not going to sound resentful when I say that. I'm going to try not to sound resentful, but like I do a lot.
Yes,
and I
do.
don't get paid for a lot of it.
No.
And
you do a lot.
I do so much. And actually, like recently, like Mitch, actually, shout out Mitch Tuesnard. He gets mentioned on every podcast.
I love you, Mitch.
Like I've been doing like those little subtitle videos, and he was like, "Why don't you just start charging for those?"
Yes.
And every time,
he's the one who thought of that.
And every time he asks me for one, he says, "Can I pay you for this?" And I just go, "No," and I just
don't say no.
And I just go, "No worries." Like it's only like it's less than 5 minutes for me to do. His especially because they're 30 seconds. Like they're 30-second clips, so it doesn't take me any time. But like it's even just stuff like that where it's like, well, yeah, what if I charged $5 for a minute video?
I think
$5, you know?
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Like, and then that adds up because maybe more people will do it. And it's just like, but even still, I'm just like, no, I'm just being nice. People are my friends. And it's this, and I don't know if it's a woman thing. I don't know if it's just like an insecurity thing.
I think it is a woman thing.
But it's definitely a woman thing. I think like it's like also a value thing, like how much you value yourself.
And that's a
like,
woman thing.
Exactly.
That's harder on us.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you value what you do and you value your time, then yeah, of course.
Or you've been told that your time is valuable.
Exactly.
Like, you know, I mean, like
I think that's the biggest thing. is like when someone else recognizes it in you, and then you're like, oh, I guess I can.
The messages that you're receiving over time as a woman, what are the messages that we're receiving? A lot of things, that we're not valuable and our time isn't valuable.
I mean, women do so much work, unpaid work.
And that's not valued. Like, it's not valued in the sense of, like, a lot of it's unpaid labor. So it's like, it's kind of not... kind of systemic in a way, like
it is.
It's just something for like that's been going on for so long that it's hard to break
the
that.
Bell.
We do. Oh, the bell's right there. I need to ring it. 100%.
Yeah.
And so that's why when people start things or start putting themselves out there, I'm just like, fuck yes, like do that and do more of that, and more people should be doing that. And it's the same for you with the comedy shows. Like you were doing them for free for a bit, and now it's like a legit booking business that like people know, like you've gotten media coverage and and so for both of you, like what was it that made you go, yeah, okay, this is it, like here's the logo, here's the
desperation.
That's right, you both started in the quarantine, so
like fear, like just like being really wondering, like, holy crap, like I love what I do, but we haven't been able to do it for so long in the normal venues that we do it in. What can I do? And I just and then I saw somebody who was doing it out west, Lars Kellio. He was doing it out west. He was doing he called them fire pit comedy shows, and I was like, you know what, I can do that. I'm sure I can do that. And so I called him and just talked to him about it.
And that's a great piece of advice. Yeah, it is. Because when you see someone who has the thing you want, talk to them.
Yeah, that's true.
And he was super nice. He gave me all the details, and he encouraged me. He was like, yeah, go for it. And so I did. And
and like honestly, like I'm gonna get cheesy here. I admire you both so much as women. And the fact that you're both doing these things, like it makes it even better. Because like I know that you're doing things that are enriching your life.
So sweet.
Thank you.
And listen, not everyone does that. There's so many people who work just like, a standard job that's like, it's all right, pays the bills. And then they do nothing. And they don't, they have these like, little passions or interests, and they don't pursue them. And they just kind of go about life. As this, I don't want to say a shell of a person, but just somebody who's just getting by and living the standard life. And you guys most certainly are not.
No, I'm like a whore with a meth addiction. I am in there.
And juggling a lot too. Yeah. Like that's another thing about women. Like we have a lot of roles that we play.
That is true.
Definitely.
And like finding the time to manage all these things too. Like that's something I'm struggling with currently. Like how do you guys fucking get your shit done? And like how do you stay organized? Like I still don't know what it's like to be organized. I'm still a hurricane. I think she's the most organized of all of us.
I'm a highly organized.
This bitch has a planner.
I have a planner. I love paper products. So I write everything on paper.
Yeah.
I love paper. I write it all down. Yeah. And I pencil it in if it's not for sure. So you bitches know if you're not 100%. I'm
That's
just
a good idea.
penciling it in, and then I ink it in when I know it's for her, for sure.
She's a whole system.
This was inked in.
Oh,
inked in.
This is inked in.
Yeah, if you're just penciled in, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
But when you're inked in, it's like, hell yeah.
Yes, exactly.
We're in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, Adrienne, what types of readings have you had? Like,
I've had a couple tarot cards. I've had a numerology.
Okay.
I've had where someone, I don't even know what this was. She was just a psychic.
Okay.
And she just talked to you?
She looked at the planets and
astrologer.
An astrologer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had an astrologer do a reading for me, and that was I went to her twice.
Okay, what was her name? Do you mind me asking?
Holly Poole.
I went to her on my birthday a couple years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She was pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't like what she had to say, but she was.
Yeah, I know.
She was very brutally honest.
So, like, what is it? The way that they say it? Is it what they're saying?
Is it what they're saying?
Is it too true? Is it too true?
It was very true. And she was like, this is your life. and you need to accept it. And I was like,
I love that though, because I think we need to hear that sometimes. Because I feel like sometimes, this is a hot take. Like, so a reading, you're going to someone who's an expert in that, and you're paying them, so you want to hear things. Like you want
absolutely, I want to know the truth.
Exactly. So like it presents this kind of like preset of like, okay, I'm going in here knowing that I'm going to hear things.
Yeah.
Whereas like with friendships, like we don't always have the guts to call our friends out on like, you're being shitty.
Yes.
Whereas like, like when you go to a tarot card reading, it's like you get the chance to hear that. You get to the shadow side, like learning about your shadow side and stuff.
What's the shadow side? I did not know.
It's kind of like I don't even know if I know, but it's like basically my perspective on it is like things you need to work on. So if there's parts of your personality that you kind of don't really like, then you can just like acknowledge it and then work on it.
I have a journal. I haven't been doing it every night, which sucks. I really should. But I have a tendency to like when I have a good day, I don't want to journal about it. Mm-hmm. But there's this like exercise where it's like each day you write. It's something you really like hate about yourself, like something you don't like, something that you do or a bad habit you have, or like how you react to a certain thing, and like you write about that, and then like how it has impacted your life negatively, and then you end it with gratitude, and you end it with like 3 things you're really grateful for, and you do that every night. All right. And it actually like forces you to like tap into that. And there's also different, if you Google like shadow work prompts, there's also some really hard questions that you can answer. Like one of them was like, what emotion do you prevent yourself from feeling? Which is, that's that's a tough, like, so it's stuff like that. And like they say.
Take another drink.
Yeah. And I all discovered this through self-help TikTok.
Yeah.
Because TikTok started giving me like self-helpy things. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, this is a brutal process and it won't be fun, but like, you'll know more about yourself. And as long as you end it with like a gratitude thing, like if you end it on a positive note, you'll be okay, hopefully.
I think gratitude though is like, I've heard it's like the most positive vibration you can be in, basically. Like that emotion is like the highest vibration. So it's like living as much as you can in gratitude is just, it makes you feel better in general. And also there's like this theory that you gravitate more positive things to you the more grateful you are, because like the more ungrateful you are, like the less happy you feel and everything.
And then you send out that energy to the universe.
Yeah.
And then what do you get back?
Basically, it's like, I think it's like, the way I get it, I feel about it is like it's like you see a little kid and like the more grateful they are, the more inclined you are to give them more. Do you know what I mean? And that's how I feel. Like, it's like the universe is like, oh, we're so happy you're happy. Here's more of this great stuff. Like, that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And like, I mean, you always hear stories about like families that like are going through these brutal times and they still have they still say thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Like
exactly,
even something like that, like, because I find myself stopping myself lately. And like, rather than getting like defensive about something someone tried to do, or like, oh, why do they think I need help? Like, I just go, okay, no, thank you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like about stopping yourself before you overthink.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Which is hard to do. And then in terms of like how you recommend people take what you say,
with a grain of salt.
With
anything else. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to like change your life course because of something I said. I think it's just more of like, the ideal goal is to help you in some capacity, but you can do whatever you want with that information, kind of thing.
Very, very true. Yeah. And I think with anything like this, like, it's like some things are hard to hear, but it is about making you just think about your life a little bit differently.
Absolutely.
Like that reading with your mom, the tea leaves reading that I had with your mom.
Yeah.
like I was just like, oh, I hate hearing these things because it's so true. Yeah. Like all of it was so true. And it hurts to hear sometimes, but
it helps you be like, you're reflective, right? Like
reflective. Yes.
You get to go away and think about it and be like, okay, what does this mean for me moving forward? Right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then in terms of intuition, is there anything that you think, how do I phrase this question? That people can do, simple things, like nothing too crazy, that people can do to like tap into their intuition more?
Yeah, I would like to know that, because I've had a few moments where I can tell you about them, but I've had a few moments where I feel like oh my gosh, I've got this gift, but it hasn't happened more than a few times, and I'd like to tap into it. So
I know what you mean, though. It's like, that's the thing. It's like I feel like there's like this notion that it's like if you can tap in once in a while, that means that you can tap in more than once in a while, kind of thing. So like the biggest thing for me, because I found like I've been having more of those moments the past couple years, and what I can identify in myself as the changes I've made is meditation every day, prayer every day, but that doesn't have to be like thank you Jesus prayer. It can be like to the creator, like it can be to anything that you see as a higher power kind of thing. Acknowledging that there's other things going on in the universe that you don't have
control over.
Yeah, but then like in the same thing, I feel like we do have control to some capacity, because I feel like we co-create our realities in a sense.
Okay,
which is because like I feel like if you believe things can happen, you put it out there, then you're more inclined to do it. You know what I mean? Like you put it in writing, you know, make a vision board, like you just keep having a focused, driven goal. It's more likely to happen than if you're sitting in your room just dreaming about it. You know what I mean?
True.
So anyway, prayer, meditation, practice. Like, you know, if cards aren't your thing, like you could just say like, try to vibe someone out. Like try to see if like you can
pick a number. You
can do that. But I was thinking like more like, I've tried it before where it's like you close your eyes and you kind of see if you can kind of get any information from the person psychically.
Yes. Can I tell you about the experience I had?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I went to visit my mom in Amsterdam, and she worked in this sex shop and theater.
Yeah.
And she was the cleaning lady, and she introduced me to the manager. And when I shook his hand, a word passed through my mind.
Yeah.
And it was HIV.
Okay.
And after we left, I said to her, "Hey, Mom, about that guy.
Yeah.
Was he HIV positive?" And she's like, "Yeah. How do you know?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, this word passed through my mind."
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's happened a few times. And like, how do I tap into that? Because
Well, then-
I love that shit.
That's like I'm assuming like that would be considered like a clairvoyant image, because it's like you saw it visually, and that's called clairvoyant. So it's like you could look into I suggest what you would do is like when you're meditating is to have like a focal point. Like you can, what I usually do is like a crystal or something, and I like look into it, and then I try to like have random images. I allow my brain to allow random images to pop into my brain, if that makes sense. So then you just kind of like, you're training your brain to go there.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. It does,
So yeah, because then the more you do that, the more of those little random images can pop into your head.
Wow.
So meditation is like, I feel like becoming something that everyone's talking about.
It's because
lately.
it's like honestly like free medication, free therapy.
Yeah.
Like it just really helps your sense of well-being in every capacity. And it's like I feel like my life has changed because of it. And it's like I just can't speak more enough about it, because it's so simple, it's free.
It's
and anyone can do it.
No, you're right.
And it's like, even if you struggle with finding the right way of doing it, there's tons of different types of meditation. There's guided meditations. There's like apps that you can use. So it's like there's a lot of options out there. You just have to try to find the one that works for you.
I have a silly question. How do you meditate without falling asleep?
Sit up, never lay down.
Oh, I still fall asleep.
Well, that's a big I find that I don't lay down when I'm meditating.
Do you do it first thing in the morning?
I try to, but sometimes life gets in the way. So when I was working full time, like I would do it at night, right before bed,
right?
Because I wanted to sleep in as much as I could.
Right.
But it doesn't really matter when you do it. I was just trying to carve out that time every day.
Right. It's making it a habit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who do it like they seem to just like have it as part of their day. Like it's just like a thing in the planner, like it's just it's inked in, like it's there. So that's interesting. I really gotta. I've downloaded so many of the apps.
You don't have to meditate for like 30 minutes.
No.
You can meditate for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
5 minutes is not a lot.
No,
of your
it's
day.
not. Like that's the thing, is I think people have this like misconception that they have to meditate for like an hour every day to be able to find inner peace or whatever. Like, but literally, I meditate. I have 3 different types of meditation. I use like a eyes open mindfulness meditation where like I have a focal point that I look at, and then I allow my brain to like go there. And then I have 3 minutes where I focus on closing my eyes and picturing a candle, and then I have 3 minutes where I picture myself on a beach.
Right.
So it's like 3, 3, and 3. 9 minutes total all day for the whole day.
It's really not a lot. That's good.
And then when you have it cut up like that, it's kind of like it's less intimidating, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
And then you're still accessing different parts of your brain through those different types of meditation.
Pretty wild. Man, I just can't sit still. I know that's a stupid excuse, but like I just can't.
But
I don't relax.
Try yoga.
That's
Like,
the emotion I prevent myself from feeling is relaxation. I just don't. I just don't do that.
Yeah, then that's something.
But I wonder. I took a meditation class. Almost said medication.
Yeah.
Freudian slip.
Yeah. I took a meditation class, and the facilitator of the class said that 2 things. One, doesn't matter how much your mind wanders, it's your intention.
Exactly.
And 2, doesn't matter if you fall asleep, you're still trying.
Exactly.
What do you mean by intentions?
Like your intention is to meditate and to clear your mind and to relax and to just be like I don't know what else you want to do from meditating. Mm-hmm. It is your intention to do that. The fact that you sit down and put, let's say, 3 minutes of your day towards that goal is your intention.
Right.
And that's better than not doing it at all.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
And it doesn't have to even be 9 minutes.
No, I'm doing an excessive amount, basically.
You could do 3 minutes.
I could do 3.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
We'll
Silence.
Do it right now.
You all get your next drink or,
And then the prayer thing that, like I'm 100% no, like I don't know what I believe in, but I know there's something. Yeah. So for someone who doesn't know what they believe in, but isn't agnostic or isn't atheist. That's another. Okay, I'm gonna come back to another question. How do you pray? Like what do you say?
For me, I don't consider myself a Christian. I've never really followed in that train of thought kind of thing. But it's like for me, I've always like gravitated towards like source or creator of the universe, that kind of thing. I always pray out loud because I find there's something about that feels more powerful. Mm-hmm. Because like whenever you speak out loud, it's like it just seems more significant.
You're putting you're actually putting it out there.
Yes,
like it
exactly.
feels like you're like
yeah.
Yeah.
So like that in and of itself is just something. And then it's like also like you can say whatever you want basically. You can just say like just speak from the heart. Like, it doesn't have to be the same thing every day, but it's like just acknowledging that there's something else there and like, showing gratitude for that and also showing that like you're willing to allow things to come into your life. It's like for you, for example, you talked about like wanting more of those clairvoyant imageries or images, sorry. Anyway, you could put out there the intention that you want that to happen more often. And that could help.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why not? Like, why not try that? You know what I mean?
Why not try that? I'm going to try that because I would love to have more of that.
Yeah,
I found it really amazing.
Touch my hand right now. What do you see?
A filthy whore.
Oh my god.
But Adrienne, whores get laid. Gotten laid once this year.
Maybe I'm not clairvoyant, but I'm a fortune teller. I'm telling you what's going to happen in the future.
That's wild. 2 things I want to touch on. When I was talking about the shadow work thing, I had a really creepy experience a couple mornings ago where I woke up to this loud beside me.
Yeah.
What?
And my shadow work journal was on top of a jewelry box, like totally flat. It totally just fell onto the table by itself.
Yeah.
And
really?
Specifically my shadow work journal.
Have you been neglecting it?
Yes.
And maybe that's a sign to work on it.
God.
Isn't that wild?
Tingles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, the universe is a powerful thing. Yeah. I feel
it is. I was listening to a podcast with a tarot card reader on it, and she was talking about how she like pretty much manifested her husband. Like one day she was just like, I know that sounds weird, but like one day she was just like, this is the person. This is the person I want. This is like the qualities that I want them to have. This is kind of what I want them to look like. This is how they'd fit into my like. She pictured her life with this person, and like she ended up meeting him.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound weird to me at all.
I believe in that.
It's wild.
I had that numerologist said that I would meet someone
Don't say anymore.
Yeah, maybe we should get into the reading, because then once the readings are done, then we can get into. Okay, so we're gonna circle back to the love thing.
Yeah.
And then the last question I had. This might be controversial, but Danielle.
Yeah.
Do you think that people who read tarot, do they have to be spiritual, or?
I don't know. I think
could there be atheists?
I think that's their
tarot
opinion.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't speak for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I've always wondered that
because I have an opinion.
Yes, please.
I'm so opinionated. I feel like you personally. I feel that you need to be in touch with something in the universe. Like, you might not believe in God or whatever, but there's energies and forces out there that I think affect us and guide us and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I think that's what
I always wondered that. I was like, can someone not believe in
anything?
My assumption is probably they have to believe in something, but I mean, obviously there's probably an exception to that rule. But
Probably.
That's interesting. Okay.
Because you could always say, like, it's my subconscious that's picking the cards.
Right.
And I'm reading into my own psyche. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, that aspect of it, but...
That's true.
But I think that you're reading into your own psyche?
Yeah.
Then I don't think you're a good tarot card reader.
Yeah, exactly.
And before we get into the reading, so Danielle has Nova Tarot.
Yes.
And you offer online readings only right now, right?
Yeah,
or are you doing them
right now? Yeah, only online.
Only online,
I
but
feel so lucky.
you can book in with her, and like she has an Instagram. It's just Nova Tarot, right?
Yes, Nova Tarot.
I'm
and
gonna
I think
friend her right now.
Oh, sweet. The it's also under certain accounts. It's like at Nova Scotia Tarot.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's Nova Tarot pretty much everywhere. You can still find me, but yeah,
that's right.
Try either or if you can't find it.
That's perfect. And so if you're interested in getting a reading, I'm going to plug it right now so that I'm going to plug it a bunch, but
okay, sweet.
But check her out. So let's get into this reading. Danielle actually you didn't do one today. That's right.
No, I didn't do one today.
You were supposed to.
So I want you to shuffle.
She's fresh.
And you can shuffle any way you want. Just try not to invert them. So if you're going to do it like that, standard.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah, just be careful to make sure that they're facing the same way.
Okay.
And this is my this is my cheat sheet. Not the I know the cards really well.
Yes.
But this is my cheat sheet for like the placements for the specific spread. I'm going to do at least 2 spreads, and then we'll go from there.
That sounds fantastic. Love the kitty cat.
I do too.
And this is a note to listeners to say, there's not much comedy talk on this episode, but it is officially spooky Halloween season, and I think that this is a bit fitting.
I love it.
Please be gentle is all I can say.
That's right.
I'm so scared of like...
I mean... Here's the thing. That's what Danielle said before coming on. I'm like, it's cute that you think people comment at all because they don't.
Stop it.
People do listen, but I don't really get.
I listen. I don't
comments.
comment. I don't comment.
Yeah.
So if I do this, I need to make sure that I have them facing each other.
Yeah.
Like
So if you look at the bottom, you can see that there's a symbol at the bottom. Like this, these two are facing like the same way, so they're not inverting.
That's not facing, correct?
Let me see. Like the way, yeah, it would have to be like that.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, it's hard to like. I have to.
I will cleanse,
muscle memory.
I will cleanse it of.
So do you get hazy in here, or is that just
what?
Your cam got real hazy.
Mine, it did.
Yeah.
It's the spirit.
It is the spirit.
That's
actually
wild.
I just noticed that. It totally is.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, give me one more.
I moved the light slightly, but I don't think that mattered.
No.
I just I don't know. I feel like I've. Oh, sorry. Are you good?
I'll do one more.
Whenever you're good, just take out 12 and just pile them on top of each other and tell me which one's number 1, and then that way I can figure it out.
Take out 12?
Wherever you want in the deck.
I'd start with 1 at the bottom. Maybe is that easiest?
It doesn't matter as long as I know which direction they go in. It's fine. And I do it like a little.
And you can pick them from anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whenever people do it, I'm like, you can do it wherever you want, even though it's
change
like their
it up.
choice. Like
change it up a bit, please.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just my thing.
Gosh, I hope they're all right side up.
I know. I'll just get angry with you and then change them around. Just kidding. Kind of. I'm sorry, I'm like too anal.
That's okay. I'm
Adrienne has like a joke. Yeah, she has like you have a good joke about that.
I have a great joke about that.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I usually do a weird.
Here's my joke. They don't call me anal because I like to organize my canned goods.
That's pretty good.
And then it goes on because I am anal. I'm very anal.
Okay, and now I'm like nervous
Sarah.
because I'm like
I'm very anal.
Okay, I might ask for one more. Oops. Okay. So this past year in review, this is my spread for like past year coming up kind of thing.
Yes.
So okay, so I'm trying to figure. Okay, there is definitely you met someone right off the top. You have a partner that you're with right now, and I kind of know that anyway because I've seen you do stand up. But as you can see, this is the Two of Cups. This is like the lovers looking at each other kind of thing. So it's pretty obvious what card it is. There's something though that was something kind of like shitty before you met him. Like was it like were you with someone before that like wasn't on the up and up or something? Like he was either lying to you or okay.
Yeah.
And there's something to do with like, I think because of COVID, like there's a sense of like things are really good. Wait, let me. I'm trying. Now I'm like doubting myself. Okay.
Take your time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah. Take your time.
I love these cards. The cats.
There's some kind of like I don't know. Like you're pretty financially stable. Okay, that's all it's saying. Okay. You're in a comfortable position. You're not really needing or like for anything. You're not someone who's like in a lack situation. Okay. There's some kind of I know this takes forever. I'm sorry for the dead air.
No, this is like
I love it
maybe
so much.
I don't
Listen,
care.
if these lights didn't have to be on, I'd have lights up and candles.
Yeah.
I still want to have a Halloween party, and you should come to the Halloween party and do
There's
readings.
something about I know. Okay, so there's something about you learned over the past year. There was lessons learned either through or about an older man. Your boyfriend is he older than you? Okay. So he has good money. Or he's money, he's like not I'm not saying he's rich, but he's in a state of being stable financially. Yes. Okay. There's something about like giving and receiving within the relationship that you've learned through him.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we say what? Yes, he's very giving.
Okay. Very giving. That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, no, he's coming up as very stable. He's really into you. Like it's a good connection.
Oh, she's grabbing my knee. So cute.
Okay. Sorry, that's the thing. I wish you could just fast forward through me shuffling.
Oh, I love
we probably
you shuffling.
could.
I love you shuffling.
I like an editing challenge.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Oh, you shuffle all fucking night. Yeah, Sarah can like we'll roll with it and then Sarah can edit. But take your time.
Maybe there's no message for this one. There's no clarifier.
Is that when a card? So, is that when a card pops out when you're shuffling?
That's what I do. Or when when I feel like it's time to stop shuffling, I'll feel like resistance in the cards, and I'll like.
That's
just what I do, and it's one of those things I don't even say it out loud because it's a weird thing to say. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. Is there something that you are kind of aware of that's coming down the pipeline that it might have to do with like finances, but there's like a waiting, like you're kind of waiting for it to like fully develop. And if it's not that, then there's something, because this card is about like, he's like, if you can see in the card, he's like looking out over the water. He's got the coin behind him. He's in this stable position, but he's kind of like looking out to see when the next thing's coming, like kind of thing. I'll see if I can get another clarifier.
Think about this.
Because I don't know why that would come from that position.
Could it be like, is anyone waiting for like a
Okay.
job? Or something?
Okay. Or is there like a sense of like, this is what I'm getting, and I don't know if it's right, but it's like, is there a sense that like, you're not waiting for things to get shitty? Are you worried that things are just going to suddenly like shift and it's going to be shitty all of a sudden? Okay, because this card right here is he's like on guard, like he's waiting for someone to like come out and be like, surprise, I'm actually really awful. Like, so like that's just what I'm. Okay, because like that's the thing. Sometimes it takes me a few seconds to get.
I like to catastrophize.
Okay, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a catastrophe.
I had an intense conversation about that earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would say is like, so this position, like this thing, I need to memorize these placements because I'm always like staring at the sheet.
I don't mind. I'm a teacher and I always have notes.
Okay, cool.
Always have notes. And my stand-up, I can't go up without at least.
I can't even imagine not going up with anything.
Maybe someday. But not now.
You're someone who can really carry a lot in life. Like you're someone like not just, I know you can like multitask and everything, but you're also someone who like can carry the brunt of a lot of like the weight of either work or like love or whatever. But I feel like with this connection, it's kind of like, I feel like it was like kind of like fated, and this connection is allowing you to become like, it's like in this card I see almost like him nurturing you. It's like you're kind of being in this position where it's like, oh wow, like I'm allowing someone else to take control for once, or I'm allowing someone else to do the nurturing aspect of the relationship or whatever. It's like, I don't know if this is true or not, but that's
This is absolutely true.
Okay.
This is absolutely true.
Okay, there's
I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry.
We get it. You're happy.
I am happy.
I'm so happy for you.
Okay. There's a couple that came out here. What I would say is try to like avoid self-sabotage. If that's something you do.
Oh my god.
Okay, so try to not do that because I feel like there is an influence there of that. Yes. So like be careful to just, if you see yourself going down that road, is to just reframe it and like know that like, yeah, just don't do that.
Stop yourself before you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That is one of my absolute.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's something I do.
What is this trying to say here? Because that was part of it, but then there's this also. I feel like there's something to do with like, it's either through physical. Okay, it's either through you being physical with this person, or it's either through you doing something physical that's not connected to. It's like, let's just say like, if you took up like yoga, and then it would be a calming effect on you, so you wouldn't maybe allow yourself to go there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like this card right here is talking about like leaving that emotional turmoil behind you.
Yes.
But it's connected to this card. It's all about like physical reality.
Yes.
So it's like there's something you need to work on in the physical reality to like get you out of that train of thought of self-sabotage.
Okay.
So like it could be like you being, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, but like
perhaps less like my not so good qualities. What's this little guy peeking out here?
It's like this guy's coming in and he's like kind of protecting these two people and he's getting them out of like an emotional situation.
Okay.
And he's kind of like using logic to bridge the gap over the emotions.
Okay.
So like, I don't know, maybe I'll pass this part because like I don't know what this part it means with this, but I know these three are at least connected. This one's in here, but this one doesn't really resonate with the rest of them.
Right.
But yeah.
So maybe like are you saying like perhaps I should?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just take this. I don't know. I'm gonna ignore this one.
Yes.
For now because I feel like it doesn't really fit with the other three.
Yes.
Okay, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can go back to it later.
I'm so excited that this is recorded.
Right?
I'm going to listen to it over and over.
There's like a deep level of contentment right now with him. There's like, it's almost like you're spiritually nourished by him. Like, that's what I'm getting.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a good O. You have like a lot of like, it's like, this is like the career finances work, but it's all about like family and abundance and like happiness. So it's like, it's a very positive card.
I've never had such a positive reading.
Don't sabotage this.
But you're probably in a different place in your life now.
I am.
Yeah. When was your last reading?
God, it's been a few years. Holly Pool was, I'd say, 8 years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Been a while.
Is there like some kind of connection with him to work in some capacity? Or is there something about like, because it's very much like connected to like love. So I don't know why it's showing up in this position, but like, if not, then it's just, maybe he's just extremely supportive of you in your career.
He's very supportive of me in comedy.
Okay. That's cool.
Which is the cutest fucking thing ever.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. It's like a pregnant pause.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk?
Yeah, you can talk. Okay, so I feel like you, because I don't know you, did you have like a really
really fucked up childhood that made me go into comedy? Yes.
well, there's just like a sense of like, this is my like symbol. Like sometimes a cat I feel like is looking at different things depending on what I'm seeing, but it's like today it feels like it's looking at this like winged part of the cup. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's like weird. It's like I reference it like to Harry Potter, which is weird, but it's like in Harry Potter, Harry's position on the Quidditch team is the Seeker. And the Seeker's role is to catch this little ball.
Yes.
And it's something that not everyone can do.
Okay.
So basically, you have the ability to do things that other people can't do regarding work. This is what I feel like it is saying. That you are someone who's like you're very skilled at having a lot of things on the go at once. And managing them very well.
That I can imagine, yes.
And then having that mindset of just being focused and driven to do that.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, it's coming up as like an emotional thing. So maybe, I think what it is it's like you, and I'm like going around and around in circles right now, but I feel that you have your desire to do certain things in your career is so wrapped up in who you are as a person.
Yes.
Okay, so it just took me a really long time together. Sorry.
Yes.
But it's like, that's how it feels. It's like it's just so important to you. It's like an emotional space instead of like a mental space. So you know what I mean?
And it's not, I would say that this to me is speaking to comedy rather than my current job.
Okay.
My passion was teaching.
Okay.
I am in education, but it's a kind of an offshoot of education.
Okay.
It's not in the classroom. But what you said is exactly how I am. Like, I take comedy. I love comedy, and I like making people laugh. But I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I study it, and I work really hard.
Okay.
And I'm very, like, whatever I do and I'm passionate about, I do it, like, 100%.
Yeah, it comes from, like, an emotional, heart-centered space.
Yes.
Instead of, like, a driven, not that you're not driven, but it just comes from a different part of you.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Your health is, it says it's pretty good. Let me see.
Pretty good.
That's better than if she pulled it over and was like,
It's like, holy fuck.
No, it's like, it's...
So you're going to need to edit this part.
Health and well-being is like, it's actually really good because it's the star card, and the star is all about like, like hope and rejuvenation and just like you can see from the card itself, it's like she's relaxed, like she's comfortable, like you're just in a comfortable state in your life. And it's like, it's not just your health, it's like your inner health, like your mental health and everything. This
is fascinating.
A lot of stories going on here.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. There's.
I don't know.
Sword fight.
So, okay. So this is all about your spirituality and inner fulfillment.
Oh, okay. I thought it was about penises. I was like, oh, look at that. There's like 15 penises on the board. Mama's having an orgy.
So this is like spirituality, inner fulfillment. What I'm getting from this is that there's some kind of there's something either coming down the pipeline or is currently going on where you feel like trapped in a situation that you can't really like extract yourself from. I don't know if that's resonating at all. Is it? Okay. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of, you're making it worse than what it is. Or you're mentally thinking that it's worse than what it is.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, I don't know what you like, whatever you're doing work-wise, I can also, when I say work, it also means comedy, because that's all tied up with it anyway. But like when you're working, you're someone who's extremely competent at what you're doing. Like you can go on autopilot really easily. Like if you wanted to, you could just be like mentally not really there, but you're still able to do everything really well. There's something connected to that's gonna like. There's something. Okay, so there might be something coming on that's like happens really fast, like, and it might be connected to inheritance. It could be something that's like focused on like it's something that you put out to the world, or it has to do something to do with inheritance. Something's happening quickly, and it's just right there for some reason.
Okay.
Like it could be like talking about being like an executor of a will or something. Doesn't mean that someone's going to pass away, but it's like that kind of thing.
Yes.
So like that could be coming down the pipeline, and it's like there's you making decisions that like you might not want to make or whatever. It's like that's just like something.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know, but I'm the executor for my mother's will.
Okay, so
she's in Amsterdam, and the COVID is like
that doesn't mean
skyrocketing.
It doesn't mean that like anything's gonna happen. It just might mean that you have to like, you know, send some papers away, and there's just something you need to focus on. But I wouldn't dwell on that.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you say that again?
Oh, about what?
You said something about something to do with an executor of the will.
Being like an executor, like something might transpire. It's not saying that like someone's gonna pass away or anything, but there's something you might be aware of it. It's also like a signpost. You know what I mean? Like me referencing this is just like something. Yeah. Anyway,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
As I pour myself another drink.
Okay, what's this about?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's wild.
That's an off-camera conversation.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
We won't follow up on that one.
Okay. So this coming year, you're going to be having a lot of
sex.
Yeah. Spiritual growth.
Also known as sex.
Yeah. You're just someone who, like, you're going to be... It's kind of like you're getting into the stage in your life where you're going to be looking at things differently, and you're having a lot of growth. Like, if you look at this card, there's a lot of plants all over the deck. And there's, like, this cat in the sky. And it's, like, kind of like this cat's ancestors. And this cat is, like... You're being like, okay, so you're getting some guidance from like possibly some ancestors who are helping you with some decisions in your life. You're going to be melding more of your, your talents and abilities. You're going to be finding more of like a melding process between what you've done. You know what I mean? Like there's two aspects of your personality that you're going to be melding together to like go forward in life.
I'm going to be going on tour across Canada.
What?
TV and movie deals.
Oh, wait. Are you being...
No, wouldn't that be great?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Adrienne. When you said the tour thing, I was like, well, that's not totally out of the realm.
I'll be on JFL next 2021.
Or you'll be teaching a comedy class, which I could totally see you doing.
I get because I feel like there's just something that you're just gonna be maybe instead of having like you're just gonna merge things but more cohesively, if that makes sense, in some capacity.
Okay, I can see what you're saying. Like perhaps teaching a comedy class. I mean, I don't know if I'm skilled enough to do that, but I certainly am a teacher. This is so fascinating.
It's pretty intense spread,
It's really intense and amazing.
Okay, I feel like this is about your partner. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like you guys are really connected, so it's like I feel like this is more talking about him than it is you. Is he creative? Is he someone very creative? Okay.
Very creative.
He's going to be able to, like, find more of that outlet and be able to bring money in through that outlet.
Oh, my God. Yeah, okay. Yes.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Oops.
Wow.
Is that yes, like something's already happened, yes, or that you can see it happening?
I can see it happening. There's something in
the pipeline?
Potentially, yeah, in the pipeline.
Okay.
Damn. That was fascinating.
Incredible.
Danielle, is there anything, like if someone had a pair of tarot cards, a deck,
couple in the back pocket.
Is there anything that you recommend for like
learning,
caring for your cards, or like rituals to like?
I like to smudge my cards occasionally, like pretty much after every use, after like someone else has been using them, and then I.
Gosh, they're trying to tell you something.
Yeah. I'll get you to shuffle them again. And pick out 10 cards this time.
May I have a bathroom break?
Yeah. Do you want a bathroom break now and then shuffle?
Yeah, I've got a tiny bladder and I've had like 3/4 of a bottle of wine.
Do it.
And I feel really bad, but I gotta pee.
I'm having a good time.
Not.
I was gonna ask you what your favorite. Do you have a favorite tarot card? That one that like you.
That's a good question. I don't think so, because it all depends on like what's going on.
Right.
I have some that I really don't like seeing.
The tower.
The tower doesn't really bother me as much as the Ten of Swords, but the Ten of Swords I realize is more of like a bit of melodrama.
Oh.
It's like you're kind of over exaggerating things, so it's like it's not as bad as I like. There's none of them that are solely
so bad,
like because you can find ways of like.
That's such a good point to make, and that's probably a myth about tarot card readings. Like, if you see a death card, like, it's not always about the end of something. It's, like, the beginning of something. Or, like, and it doesn't mean death. Like, people see it and they're like, who's gonna die?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it could be the end of, like, a bad habit. Or, like, the end of, like...
It's, like, an end of a cycle of some sort. And, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Because there's definitely cycles in my life that... I've wanted to end, and if the death card appeared in that position, it'd be great. You know what I mean? That
would be a good thing to see. And then the lovers doesn't always mean that you're going to find the love of your life.
No, sometimes it just means that like there's a choice in love, or there's like, you know, someone's making a choice. You know what I mean? Like those sorts of things.
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
Those like little misconceptions, I think, are important to debunk to anybody who's maybe new to it or like has their guards up about it.
And the other thing too is like my interpretation of the cards is different from like a different reader. So like
that's very
the
true.
Cards all have different meanings depending.
I can't like I'm just astonished by how accurate, like scarily accurate that was.
Okay, cool. Because I there's a part like there's a few parts that I was like, because I'll see it and I'm like there's a few interpretations of it and I'm trying to vibe out which one it is.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes because it's like. It could be a lot of different things, but it's like that's something I'm trying to fine tune more, so that I can just be like, "This is what it is." Like instead of being like, "It could be this or this or that." Like,
yeah, I actually love when you're in a reading and like the reader gets silent because you know that they're like
really,
yeah, they're like tuning into it.
They really are, and they're like they want to do the right thing, right? They want to say the right thing.
Exactly. Yep.
This is weird. These cards are harder to shuffle this time. Is that weird?
No. It's probably like an energetic thing. I was also touching them a lot, so like it could just be that sort of thing. You might have to like do the regular
I think I will
playing
do
card
that thing. So is this? I think they're both upright. Yes.
Yeah.
They're both good.
And like people can truly teach themselves how to read tarot.
Yeah.
If you get a deck, or it's recommended like you get gifted a deck. Is that a
I don't
whole
really
thing, or does
see that as
that doesn't
a
matter?
real thing.
Okay. Another myth debunked.
But these were gifted to me.
Okay.
So like it. Yeah, I don't believe in that, but it's like, yeah.
Sarah Nicole, actually, another comedian.
Easier to shuffle.
Oh, they're easier.
It's almost like
You open them up a little bit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
so weird.
Yeah, there's a comedian who started doing daily card readings on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
And she's like doing quite well on there.
Cool.
It's
So yeah,
fascinating.
10, not 12.
It's something you can learn if you're interested in it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I wouldn't recommend taking the class on it per se.
Okay.
Just because I didn't take, not that I'm the expert on everything, but it's like, I feel like it's better to just really get to know the cards yourself and find a way to find meaning in them yourself. And I've barely looked at the book.
Oh, crazy.
Because that's what I was told to do. I was like, you try to do it on your own without, and then there's lessons to be learned within the pictures themselves. Like there's a lot of symbology. So
That's true. Because you and I know there was a reading that I went to that you were there for, where like the reading felt regurgitated, like
it was like just
like from the book, which is no fun.
Yeah,
I like this better. It's more personal.
Where's the deck?
thank you. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, they're gonna be all over the place. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll just what I'm gonna tell them is that I intend them to be upright.
Yeah.
So that you're good to go.
This is number 1.
Okay, cool. No worries.
I love Danielle who gets mad at her cards. I'm gonna tell them what to do. It's gonna be stern. Intentions, baby.
That's right. There's a lot of kitty cats.
Yeah, there's a lot of cats.
I love that deck.
I love that deck too.
You either have like a new job or like you're moving. It's coming up soon. Or there's moving like someone really close to you or something. But there's a move either towards a new job or a new home. And there's a lot of like what next kind of thing. Like you're kind of like not like this isn't like something. It's like joyous, but there's like an element of like drudgery with it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my God.
But there's like you have some savings.
Yeah.
Okay, if not, there's something coming that there's like it's like a significant chunk.
Oh my God. Maybe that that person that I was nice to back in 2010 is gonna die to me because they had no known relatives.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so, but
don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The money's connected to someone who's like a male who
I fucked in 2015.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna stop guessing. I'm just gonna let her read the cards. I've gotten too chatty right now.
It's just like there's a male that's connected to a man who's very analytical, very intelligent, decisive. Do you have any connection to your father?
Sorry?
Your father.
Yes.
Is he connected to your life at all?
Yes.
Okay. Is he someone who you would see as very intelligent and like...
Yes.
Okay. Is he someone in a position that he could give you some money if you were... No? Okay. So then it's
Probably
not him. I don't know what this is saying then. Anyway, he might come into money or something. There's something involving this man and money, and it's connected to this move.
Okay, so someone's moving.
There's someone
either physically or like it might. Not
it's either a move or a job.
Okay.
To me, it's one or the other, and it's there's drudgery and not really wanting to.
That I totally get.
And then there's money, and then there's the money is connected to this man.
Yep.
Who's like those qualities I just said.
Should I say anything or should I let you keep
It
going?
doesn't matter. You can just let me keep going and tell me after.
I'll let you go. And
Yeah.
then I'll tell you.
We'll post tarot.
Yeah. Amazing.
Right.
Yeah, this is probably the most powerful tarot card reading I've ever had.
Really?
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Danielle will appreciate that testimonial.
I would
Nova
not.
Tarot.
I would not
Book
say
your
that
reading.
if I didn't mean it. It's just like with an ugly baby. If someone presents me with an ugly baby, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's so cute. I'd just be like, oh yeah, that's
Nice.
your baby.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's something. Okay, there's something coming to you that you're gonna feel like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm competent enough to do this. It's like you're being like, it could be, for an example, like a promotion, or you're doing something in work that's completely different, where it's like you're gonna be feeling like you kind of have to fake that you're capable of doing this.
Oh god, yeah.
And then it's gonna happen really fast. Like it's just gonna be like oh shit, okay, this is happening, but you're actually gonna be really friggin' good at it. So like you fretting over not knowing what you're doing is kind of like, what the hell were you thinking? But there's a lot of people watching, so it's like, it's like public recognition. Like you're gonna be recognized after the fact that you did a really good job at whatever this is.
Wow. Okay.
And it could be connected to this thing, because it's all connected anyway.
Don't you wish this was with you? Isn't this great? This is great.
What?
I was like, this is just so fun.
Okay.
I just love this.
I love it too.
I
love hearing other people's readings.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative of this.
No, I love doing this stuff, so it's really, I'm appreciative of you allowing me to do this. Let me see. If it's not letting me get another card. Okay. I feel like you're very creative yourself, but you do things like in a unique sort of way, where it's like you might like find something, I don't know how to explain that. It's like, I'll use an example of like, and I know that this doesn't have to be you, but it's like the example of someone who uses like, what are they called? Cross stitch. And I know this probably isn't you at all, but it's like cross stitch to do something like vulgar. You know what I mean? It's like something you find something like that's really different and you do it in a creative way. And I don't know if that resonates at all with you, but it's like, this is what it's, the core of this is saying that there's something about this venture that, oh, okay, I think that's more than what I just said. There's something from this venture that's coming from something that's like established, but you're going to bring new light to it. And you're going to, like, it's going to have new growth and new potential. Because you're bringing, like, sorry, I'm like all over the place.
That's okay.
But it's like, I think that's more than this, because this was all talking about work anyway. And this is kind of me sidetracking. But yeah, something about this opportunity, at the core of it, is you're rejuvenating something through like whatever you're doing. Like you're someone who like you see things differently. So then when you come in, you can do like projects differently than other people would have done them. Potentially. That's just what I'm seeing.
No, when you were talking about that, I was thinking about my ukulele parodies.
Yes.
Were you thinking about that?
Yes.
Okay, I've never heard of that. Okay, I was like,
I do parodies.
I'm like really like nervous right now for some reason. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's right, but that would make sense because it's unique, it's creative, and it's like it's something different,
something you wouldn't expect from someone playing the uke.
Yeah,
you wouldn't expect them to be talking about anal.
Right.
Do you actually do that?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh my god, that's so funny because I don't know that about you, but like, yeah, that makes sense. And the reason I brought Crotch stitch.
Crotch stitch.
I can't say the crotch stitch. Crotch stitch. Because it was like, you know, those like things where it's like this delicate like thing that someone's created that has like this vulgar aspect to it.
Yeah.
So that's really funny. Sorry, I just
no. When you said that really spoke to me because ukulele is very it's like a sweet and happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
And then I put a spin on it where I talk about like anal and money shots and
that's funny.
Things I wouldn't do during sex, which I have to finish that one. I never sent that one to you.
Oh, yeah, send it to me.
Yeah, I haven't recorded it yet.
Okay.
It's a lot of different chords. I'm a 3-chord ukulele kind of gal.
If you ever want to record one in here with my glitter backdrop.
Oh my god. Then maybe this will inspire me to write a new one.
Sorry, the bubbly's getting to me.
Just like this wine's getting to me.
In the past, there was a lot of there's a lot of energy around you really being competent in everything you do and being able to like juggle multiple activities at the same time. And you're someone who's like very logical, even though you're like intuitive and you're interested in those things, you have a very logical way of doing things. And like, I don't know if you compartmentalize things or like you...
Oh my God, I absolutely compartmentalize things.
Okay, yeah, because like I think there's like that aspect, because it's like he's standing on like a chessboard and he's juggling 2 balls while he's on a rocky boat. And
that is me.
Yeah, he's juggling a fishbowl.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he's just able to do all these things all at once, and it's like there's an element of you being very like competent, but also like worry of like I feel like there's an element of you possibly getting burnt out because of that and becoming more cranky, if that's like the right word, or like being more apt to like be resentful of people or something. There's something like that. You might keep it hidden, but there's like an aspect of just like it wears on you eventually.
Absolutely. Like I am like this to a T.
Okay.
But I also get tired and I do need a break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I need a lot of downtime, a lot of me time.
And this card right here kind of speaks to that. I feel like, is that what comedy does for you?
What's that?
That the sense of like it gives you. I'm like jumping ahead. I was like, oh, you know exactly what this card means. Okay, like because it's all about like celebrating with people. It's like about getting together. It's like camaraderie. So it's like this. I feel is like your way of navigating these two feelings is by doing comedy. It kind of like it's like a way to vent the frustration.
I would say that yeah, this is totally me.
Yes.
This card with all the things going on. I juggle a lot of things. I'm very busy. I have a lot of interests and things. But I'm a huge introvert. Like I'm a real... People don't believe me. It's funny when I say it on stage. I say like, outside of comedy, people think I'm shy and conservative, and the audience like laughs and goes like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, really, and they don't believe me. And I'm an exceptional introvert, and so I need this a lot. Where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so drained. I need this time to myself. This, however, I'm not sure if I.
Okay, so that I'm trying to think about how, because I was confused about this card with these 2 cards. But then I was like, well, maybe it's the comedy thing, because I know there is like an aspect of celebration here and like getting together with people.
Oh, I do that. I'm a very contradictory person. I do love my friends, and I find that it's very important for me to have relationships. I have a ton of friends, a lot of friends. I actually wrote a list.
Quit bragging.
I know, right? I wrote a list the other night of like, how many friends do I have? Yeah, because Matt was saying like, he was like,
I find I don't have any friends.
You have
That's not
me,
true.
But
you
it's
have
not.
her.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say any. I feel like I feel like I'm not close with a lot of people currently.
Oh, I wouldn't say that I'm.
See, and I know that sounds wild.
No, I
because
know what you mean. Yeah.
People assume that they're close to me. I can. I can connect with a lot of people, but I don't feel other people connect with
I'm going to
me.
ask for a clarifier for this card then, because it's
Okay.
like, it came up for a reason. Clarifier for the
I'm the same way as you. I have a ton of friends. Would I say that I have a lot of very, very close friends? No.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of good friends.
Yeah, same.
Really good
No, that's true. It's
One
I
of
feel like
which
that's,
is this bottle of wine.
I feel like that's like a big factor in adult life. Like, because
that's what happens.
It's just
like
a
when you're
tough-
kids, of course you're like, you have best friends. You have like, you're super tight and stuff. But
Yeah.
when you become adults,
We don't do friendship necklaces anymore.
no, we don't. And all those fuck faces, they get married and have kids and stuff.
I was just gonna, was there like a recent, okay, and I don't know if this is correct, was there a recent marriage between you, like one of your exes or something? Like they got married or something? Okay, that's what it was. I've been saying wedding this whole time, and I'm like,
oh my God, that is so weird.
because like,
Oh
I need to
God.
just trust what has come through. Anyway,
So
that's my
weird.
own learning lesson there. That caused a little bit of feelings to come up.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is definitely. We'll talk about this later, and it has to be edited.
Okay. Ooh, the juice.
You should trust your instincts.
I know, because I was like,
Seriously,
it was like,
because you
why is there a
know.
wedding there? And I was like, you're not married. Why is there a wedding there?
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Oh my God. Novatero.
Yeah, Novatero. That's me.
Fuck. I'm gonna have you on speed dial. I swear to God, this is insanity.
Yeah.
And if you book with Danielle, because of this episode, tell her so that I know that you also watched the episode.
There you go.
Please do so. Honest to God, this is insanity how accurate it is.
There was, okay. Did you have like travel plans that were canceled, like in the future for this because of COVID? No.
I mean, I wouldn't say specifically, but I definitely wanted to go down south this past winter.
Okay, then that's not it. Okay,
and
so
this upcoming year, I want to go down south, and
because I feel like you're kind of like iffy about this is more pronounced.
yes.
So I don't
okay.
think that's what it
Okay.
is. I'm just gonna move that because it's bugging me. There's something to do with like, what? A boy?
Nothing.
Sorry.
I'll send you a picture of my HelloFresh after we had a fight today.
God.
Anyway, then edit that.
Yes.
Yeah. I just asked for another clarifier.
Oh, this wine's making me really bloated.
I love a woman who says it like it is.
It'd be funny if that was like an advertisement for the wine. It's just like a woman saying that. Like, I don't know why they would want to use that. But anyway.
I have to go to a wedding this weekend. I gotta stop drinking. How much is left? Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I love Kirsten in this group. Anyway. Okay.
Kirsten's amazing. Have
She
some
is. She's
more wine.
really cool.
You haven't
There's
been drinking
something-
at all. That's all ice cubes.
Okay. So COVID-19 has made you like see things differently from a different perspective.
God, yeah.
I mean, it
From
has
which
for everyone.
perspective? What-
In the sense of like, I don't know if it's like you've been more closed off from people, or there's something about like you're just seeing things differently, and
Mm-hmm.
it's relating to, like there's a major. This card for me is like representative of like I don't even think that's a word. I didn't
Yeah,
say
it is a word.
Okay, it doesn't sound right the way I'm
I'm
saying
a
it.
grammar Nazi,
Okay,
so
cool.
I know.
There's an element of like you going through a new life cycle, and like almost like a graduation. It's like you're graduating to a new level. There's something's coming up that's kind of big. This is like in the future, and
Look at my. I'm so excited. What does it mean? I'm like,
I don't know if Adrienne's getting drunk off the wine or the tarot card.
I think it's the tarot card reading. Tell me more.
Okay. Let me see.
I love future predictions.
Well, something's coming. Okay, maybe this is it. There's something. This is the Tower card. This is the Hangman. This is the World card. They're all major arcana. So this is like something
What's
major.
Major arcana mean?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. Yeah, major arcana.
Major arcana is like, it's kind of like the cards in the deck that like represent like life themes or like things that are major that are in your life that come
like big shifts
that come into your life. And what's coming up for the next part of your life is 3 major arcana. So there's like something kind of major coming through. Sorry.
I have a joke about never being married and not having children. Oh my god.
We honestly could not have picked a better subject for this episode. Adrienne's reactions are
awesome. Sorry. It's like I feel like
my chi is just so running hot right now.
Let me see.
That's the sound clip.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for one more because I'm like, it's like I just asked for another major arcana came up.
Is that a baby?
No, but this is the father of the deck.
The father of the deck? Jesus Christ, these are powerful.
This is the Emperor. This is like he's someone who's in very in command and everything.
It's 4 powerful cards.
There's been a major shift because of COVID. There's been an element of you being kind of closed away from people. You have had a lot of inner growth, though, I feel, because like there's a lot of green energy. It's also surrounding your heart chakra because like green is also representative of your heart. Is there like a dismantling of your old way of life or something? Like, see, I don't know if you're just making faces or not.
No, I'm like, it's just you're like
nailing it.
You're nailing it.
Okay, and then
I wouldn't do that shit for shits and giggles.
Okay. No, I'm sorry.
I'm like moved by what you're saying.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Like
there's like
I'm about to cry.
There's like a new life cycle, and it's connected to the older male. So there's major things going to be transpiring in your life coming up.
The lover?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The lover.
Oh dear.
This is like so much positivity.
Wow. This is the most powerful tarot card reading I've ever had.
That's cool.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, cool.
Like I'm opening myself up to the universe.
Yeah.
It's getting really real.
I love that.
This shit's getting real.
Okay. There's like you are in a position that you are financially pretty good, but there's a bit of boredom with work.
Oh my god.
Okay, because like it's like you've mentioned before that like the comedy thing is more like your passion. Mm-hmm. But there is like this element of like you can see the cat. He's like staying on the goat, and he's just like whatever. Like he's not really. And this is all about working. Like this is the Knight of Pentacles, and he's kind of like the most boring character in the whole
right.
deck.
My job does blow.
Okay, yeah, because it's like that's what I'm getting. It's like it's very much like it pays the bills.
Yes, it does.
But it doesn't feed that part of you.
It doesn't feed my soul.
No.
At all. Comedy does feed my soul. And that's why I do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The worst isn't going to happen, so don't fret about it all the time.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, because it's saying here, it's like
all the time.
You really need to trust in the universe, and you really need to trust that you're going to be okay, because like this isn't the hopes and fears, and this fear is just over the top. It's not like it's like the worst card you could choose, but it's in the position of it not being really real. So it's like don't like dwell on things that haven't happened yet or aren't going to happen.
I worry about cancer all the time. It's true. I worry about cancer all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know what? The more you obsess about that, the more likely it's going to happen. And not that you should like obsess about it more, because that's not going to fix it. But like instead of that, switching it to a mantra of like, I am healthy. I am well.
I am healthy and well.
And I mean, there's something to be said for the power of the brain and stress. Being stressed will take a toll on your health.
It will.
It'll lower your immune system, and it might make you more. Ooh, sunflowers! Oh, so pretty.
Oh my gosh.
There's tons of flowers there. You're gonna be jumping into something that's like so new, and you're kind of like, I don't know if I have the skills to do this, but it's like you're doing it like this with this like zest for life. It's like, even though you don't know how it's going to work out, it's like, you're just like, I'm going to do this and it's going to work out even if it doesn't work out. And
that is me.
Even though I know this came up in the fears and it seems almost contradictory, but I feel like there's like...
I am a very contradictory person.
Okay. Because I feel like you do dwell on this, but you still have this aspect of like, I can do this. I'm going to jump into it and it's going to be great. And it does have to do with like... Okay.
Did you hear that? I was like, oh, shit.
This is all good, by the way. It's not like me.
Do you
stressing.
always have cards jumping out like that?
Yeah, I kind of asked them to do that because like I don't like having to pick them myself. I feel like it's
insanity. That's great.
Sorry, I'm like not even in near the mic right now.
Oh no,
you're good. But it's like okay, I feel because I don't know. I feel like there is something that there's some kind of this thing that you're jumping into is going to fill a lot of those cups for you. Is going to fill a lot of like your soul purpose. You know what I mean? Like this I'm really dwelling on the kitten thing because it's like you could see it as like a protege kind of thing, but I feel like it's more like the children thing. But
say it, lady, say it. Say it. I'm so excited.
Because this is about the Queen of Cups, and it's like someone who's like emotionally stable, emotionally fulfilled, like very content in life. And it's like this is like a wish being. It's like that. I don't know if that is it the family piece that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it's like that's more than like you having your own like giving birth to children. Probably
always wanted to be part of something.
Yeah. So like that seems like that if it could go either way, but if that's what you want, then this would make sense because this is talking about like a wish being fulfilled kind of thing. So that will be fulfilled for you, we're regardless of how it looks.
I'm totally tearing up.
But yeah.
Aww.
Oh, I'm totally...
I'm sorry.
Danielle, what a typical Danielle. Someone's moved to tears by a reading you just did and you apologize.
You shouldn't apologize. No, it totally makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Holy smokes, Adrienne. Crazy reading.
That's an intense reading. Holy shit.
Intense one.
Funny.
I have to thank you so much. This is probably like I've never been moved to tears by something like this, like a reading, and you truly have a gift.
Oh, thank you. It feels so weird because like it's literally like I'm just saying words and I don't know if it's resonated
it's
at all.
Not words.
It's like, okay,
no,
cool.
you truly have a gift.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
I felt like you really were like digging into my soul.
Okay, cool. That's like the goal in mind, like, you know, like that's what I want. But
speaking of personal growth, like how do you feel that you've grown? Like,
do you mean this year?
Yeah, because I feel like it's been. I mean, I just feel like it's been an insane year for everybody.
Year.
Yeah,
I would say I've grown. Like I had my mom live with me for 6 months. She came on March 5th for 2 weeks and was...
Oh, because like everything shut down my birthday, March 13th.
Yes,
so, yeah.
and she was stranded.
Wow.
And at first...
And she came on my birthday.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She arrived on March 5th And then everything shut down on the 13th.
Yeah, that's so true.
And
5th and 13th, baby.
At first, it was exceptionally challenging.
Yeah.
But we learned to cohabitate and enjoy our time with each other, which is a really, like, it was a really, I don't know how to say it. Like,
it was supposed to happen, probably.
I feel like it was supposed to happen. I haven't, like, my mom moved to Amsterdam a long time ago, and I was only seeing her maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years. So this is the most amount of time that I've spent with her since I was probably like 15.
That's crazy.
You know? And yeah, it was crazy. And I feel like this was like a kind of a gift given to me, even though at first it felt like a nightmare. Like, it felt awful. Like, we were... Like,
I remember talking to you during that time, and it was bad.
It was bad. Really bad, because my mom is not very self-reflective.
Oh, that sucks.
And so it was just like...
a big challenge.
Huge challenge. And so that was a big thing for me to go through that and come out on the other side enjoying her company. And meeting Matt and trying to be a better person and enjoy what the unit. I know, like, some people are like, "What?"
You're like speaking to the converted, so
right? Enjoying what the universe has given me and taking that gift and like actually. Like embracing it. Thank you. Embracing it and not self-sabotaging, which is what I do. I self-sabotage. Like, I just have, I've got a lot of bad habits built up over time. You know what I mean?
We all do, though.
And so, like, definitely there's been some growth this year.
That's amazing.
Well, just that's, I mean, the fact that you were able to come out the other side with that pressure cooker that you were living in with your mom,
that's how
and
it felt.
Leave on a really high note, is like remarkable, and it's awesome because you took it as a gift. You could have seen it as like, oh, this situation sucks.
That's how it felt at first.
Yeah, and that's natural.
That's how it felt.
But you kind of like you changed it like mentally, and then you turned it into a gift,
a positive.
So that's great. Like, that's awesome.
It's a good takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt has taught me many things. Like, he's brought a lot of things to light about myself, things that I don't like about myself, that I had to like really
like unlearn kind of thing.
Yeah, because I really care about him and I want this to work. And unlike other relationships where I just kind of coast through it and just hope for the best, I've actively tried to improve myself, you know?
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like, you know, especially your connection with him and like your mom, and it's just like a lot of stuff that like took place. It's just like, it's like going like on the up and up kind of thing. Like, it's really good.
He's disgustingly sweet to you on social media, and I feel strongly about this. I know that there's some people who are like, oh, the less social media presence, the better. But I'm just like, I love the idea of someone like publicly being like, I love this woman so much, and like, like he's so sweet to you on there.
Well, it was like, I think I saw him.
So sweet.
I used to do stand up, or it was the night you did the
ladies' night.
No, it was the debate.
Oh, the debates.
Oh yeah,
you were
it was
there.
a great night.
Yeah, you were awesome. You were really
God,
hilarious.
you're so sweet.
And like,
I didn't win, Albert.
Was that with the baby mask?
Yeah. Yes. That baby mask.
It was hard to beat that. Like,
How did you beat that? Jokes. Albert, you had a baby mask. You fucker.
He was gonna bring that out no matter who he was.
I remember seeing that baby mask in the quarantine.
Oh yeah.
And thinking like, what the fuck do you have a baby mask for?
I'm sorry, no, you were. It was hilarious. It was awesome, and it was like, I think I saw him. He's like gray hair.
Yeah.
He's a silver fox.
Yeah, and I saw him and he was like off the side and he was like beaming.
Yeah, and that's what really makes me. I really love couples like that where like you let each other do your thing, but you're each other's biggest fans, and like I totally feel that with you guys.
He's so
sweet.
That's cool. That's good. Like, did you put it out there like what you wanted in a partner, or he just came to you?
What happened, I think, was I ended a relationship, and I was like, you know what? I just don't care anymore. Like, it's fine. I don't think I'm going to meet, like, I had someone that I loved dearly years ago, like, who I chalked up to, like, the love of my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is never going to happen again. Like, you don't meet somebody like that more than once in your lifetime. And I was like, and I held on to that and, like, was upset about that for a long time. And I thought, you know, like, oh God, why did that have to end? And he's, you know, I loved him so much. And then I decided to come to terms with it. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. You will just have people that you care about, and that's okay. You'll just have other relationships. It won't be the love of your life, but they'll be good to you, and that's fine. They'll be nice. And I just let it go. Yeah. And I said, I'm working, and I have this job where I make a really good living. I don't love it at all. At all. But I was like, I have comedy. And I love comedy. I love it. And I just thought, this is what you were put on the earth to do. I'm passionate about it, and I'm fine. I'm really fine. Yeah. And I just let it go. And then all of a sudden, my coworker.
I hate that the cliche is true in this story. I fucking hate it. I wish the Rachel Feinstein, this comedian Rachel Feinstein, her story with her husband was like, no, I really want to meet someone. I went out there looking to find a guy, and I met him at a bar, and now we're married. And I'm like, yes, thank you.
No, listen, I tried very hard for 10 years. I went out on multiple, like on a weekend, I would have like 3 dates on a weekend. I'd have a coffee date in the morning on Saturday. I have a lunch date on Saturday, and I have a dinner date on Saturday. I'd have like a dinner date on Sunday. I'd have
serial dater.
Like serial. It was insanity. I was on a mission. Yeah. A mission to find someone. Yeah. And it didn't work. I was like pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Yeah. And I had this vision in my head of what I wanted, and nobody could meet, they could be that person. And then some time passed, and I had some really shitty duds of relationships, and then what I just described to you happened. I just said, you know what, I don't care anymore. Yeah. I really don't care. I'm very happy. I have a job that allowed me to buy a house, and I have comedy, and I don't care. And then all of a sudden, a coworker said, hey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. I think he'd be great for you. And I was like, fine. What does he look like? Yeah. And I was like, okay, he's fine. All right, let him know I'm interested, but I'm not doing any of the work. If he wants to approach me, he can approach me. Yeah. I'm not doing anything. And then months went by. Months. And then he just contacted me. And he's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
I love it.
And I get it, though. It makes sense, because I feel like if you're like in that like lack mentality of like wanting so bad for that person to come into your life, it's almost like you're putting off this energy,
weird energy
that's like almost like you're in this like lack instead of being good enough. You know, I don't know.
Desperation mode is what I always like. When I look back at it, I was like, I was putting out these weird vibes, these terrible vibes.
I'm feeling triggered.
I know, right?
Highly triggered right now. Right? Highly triggered.
Right? I was putting out these vibes that were not good for the universe. Mm-hmm. I was like desperate. I wanted to find this person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is it. That's what I wanted to find. And the universe was like, you're trying too hard.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and who knows, like, if you guys went out before, maybe it wouldn't have worked out, like, the way it did now. Because, like,
timing,
you were in a different mindset, and, like, things were just different in your life. So, that's really cool, though.
Wild. Yeah. Whew. Do you have time to give me a reading?
Sure. I feel like I read you, like,
I know. Week. But life's crazy, man.
Life is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah.
That's why when you were saying that, I was just like, holy fuck. Like, that was so... Like, you read me like a book.
Like a good book.
Oops.
Oh my God! Stop!
God damn it!
Oh my God! Stop it!
Okay, that's
Can we
all
just
cut.
talk about the fact that she sent him probably about 10 of those, the emoji with the hearts, like the kissing with the hearts are in it just now?
That's so sweet.
I can't deal with this. All right, let's get into darkness here.
Oh my God, Sarah.
You ready, Adrienne?
Yes, I
Did
am.
I correct them all? I did.
This is gonna be.
I'm not doing the spread.
Feel the energy.
No. We'll do a quick one. Do I just shuffle like normal?
Yeah, are they all upright? You don't have to do it that way. You can just shuffle them like this because I don't want them in front of me again because then I have to fix them.
Like this?
Yeah. Or like normal.
Like
just kidding. Yeah. I go like this.
I can't do that.
Oh, you can't shuffle.
Whatever you feel.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Like, how the
and just
cards
pick up
want you
10.
I feel like, Danielle, you're such a pro at shuffling now.
I'm pretty good at shuffling.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
But it was so weird on the second shuffle.
Yeah.
How
the difference
resistant
and
the energy.
Yeah.
You know?
I know because like there's even like little things like I'll pick out 10 cards and sometimes I'll feel it and I'm like, this feels heavier than normal. And like I wonder if the message is going to be more weighty or something. You know what I mean? Like there's little things like that are just kind of weird.
Do you ever get a message that you're like, sorry, I'm just like organizing our ride.
Yeah.
Do you ever get a message that you don't want to tell someone because it's not good?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm trying to think of like something that's come up. There's moments where like, okay, I have this thing. It didn't happen tonight because I think I try to make sure it didn't happen because I don't want it to happen. But sometimes I will tap into energy and I can't contain my emotions because it's not my emotions I'm feeling, it's the other person's.
Oh, shit.
Because it's like, it doesn't affect me. Like, you can tell I'm kind of reserved with that stuff. I'm not like overly emotional when you're telling me things. But then once in a while, like, I'll pick out a card and put it down and be like, hyperventilating, crying. And it's because it's so deep seated for that person that I can't contain the emotion.
Yep.
So it's like, it's really hard to navigate that because it's like, it's embarrassing for me. I don't cry very often. So when I do, it's like, sometimes it's not my feelings, it's theirs. Like, if that makes sense. It's just weird, but...
I had a palm reader cry when she read my palm once. Like,
good God.
It was wild. How many do I pick? 10?
10.
Yeah, that's insane. And you can't control it, eh? Like, it's just...
No, it's like, it's weird because it's not like it's really connected to me. What?
You know what I would say?
What?
Prior to the start of a reading, I would say, I want you to know that if I
become emotional?
Demonstrate any sort of emotions, I want you to know that I am reflecting what you are feeling.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that, if you had said that to me and you started to cry, then I would be like, oh, I would accept that.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Like, give it, like, preface it by saying...
Preface it. Like, this is not about me.
Yeah.
This is about me reading you.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things, like, I'm still, like, pretty new. So it's like me trying to figure things out still. Because it's like, even though I'm doing this as, like, a business, it's like, the reason I am doing this is because I've been told by people, you're pretty good, you should be charging for this.
Oh, you're not pretty good.
So it's...
You are exceptional.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's absolutely true because I've had so many readings and like you brought me to tears. Like, she brought me to tears, Sarah.
She sure did.
And that was, you were exceptional.
Okay, thanks.
You have a gift.
Exceptional.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell all your friends.
You have a tarot.
So this is one.
Okay.
And then I ordered, like, it was like one. And then
I get what you're saying.
Adrienne's a happy customer.
It's incredible. Like the reading I just got. I have to read it. I have to listen to it again though.
Yeah, I can edit it out and send it to you. Like I can just
and if
take
you
out your reading
like a
and
little clip from
Yeah.
if you can't, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I absolutely.
But it's like because I want to post something maybe through my Instagram or like on through my Facebook page, and if it's just like little clips.
Yeah, I can.
But if not, no worries, because like I know you're very busy, so it's like.
Oh no, I'll totally do that.
Okay. It's hard because I know you so well, so it's like...
Can I tell you, before you start this reading, the two things that stood out for me from a couple of readings? One was the numerology reading.
Yeah.
Someone said you'll have a more mature love.
Yeah.
With a guy, and there will be a son involved.
Oh, that's nice.
And doesn't that sound...
Holy shit, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the other one was... a tarot card reading where someone told me I'd lose my virginity at 18.
Which was also true?
Yes.
I was younger than you.
Yeah, I'm Roman Catholic. I was raised Roman Catholic. I held on to that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, back to Sarah.
Back to me. Here we go.
Okay. Okay, there's something about okay. It's talking about like something either like there was lies involved or like not something being taken away, and it's talking about your childhood. And it's like the center focus. I'll see if I can get another card.
I love it when these cards just tell you.
Yeah, I do too. I prefer it because it makes me feel like I'm less involved in the process of picking the card. Or, okay, there's something, something was either taken, there was, like, deceptions involving, okay, that's probably, maybe if it's not your childhood, then it's that nurturing relationship with someone who's very analytical, like, that sort of thing. And I feel like it's just saying the same things over and over again.
Speak to you.
Has he given you money?
He did, like, a while ago.
Okay.
But, like, that was, like, probably a year or two ago.
Okay, but it's just a confirmation kind of thing. It's like there's some kind of contractual obligation, or there's some kind of finances that have traded hands, and it's connected to this. And I feel like it's almost, for some reason, that piece seems to be still relevant or still connecting you to. He's an OnlyFans thing, is it? He's not one of them, is it?
I mean, I don't think so. But like so many throwaway accounts message me, and
yeah,
there's no way for me to know 100%.
Yeah, there's the possibility because it's very current, so it's like, you know.
That's interesting.
So there's a very, like, there's an element of, like, life right now. You might be getting offers, but they're not the offers you want. But there's, like, discontentment, but it's, like, there's not a lot, like, you have a lot to be grateful for, like, because it's, like, this cat's, like, sitting there looking at this turtle, and he's, like, whatever, and, like, not very interested, but it's, like, there's all this bright pink flowers, and he's in a relaxed pose. Like, there's a lot going on that's very beneficial, but it's like there's a dissatisfaction. There's an element of, like, disagreements, either with people or within yourself. But there's an element of, like, you're kind of stepping out of this energy and into an energy of, like, I'm just gonna move forward and, like, try, like, it's like stepping into something that you're, like, not knowing what the outcome is going to be at all, but, like, being still confident in that.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I feel like, too, it's like with you in love in general, you're someone who, like, still jumps forward even though, like, it's a risk. All love is always a risk, you know what I mean? And it's like being able to do that kind of thing. Oopsie.
Poopsies.
Okay. Okay. Is there, like, a part of you that wishes, not, like, it's like with your family, it's like they love the flowers and the butterflies. It's like, I feel like there's that dualistic nature here where it's like two different people, where it's like there's like that desire to be maybe more like involved and being grounded and like into that sort of thing, or wanting to be that girl that likes that sort of thing. But it's like you're this girl, and it's like you have to find value in being that girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like I don't God, that face. To be
Sorry. It's really hard not to do that.
I know, because you do know me too, so it's probably very...
Because I know that it was very deep-seated emotions in the past. Like and I know where you are right now, so it's hard because it's like I know how deep this is. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she deep. Is that the?
It's the Two of Cups. So it's like they're very longingly looking at each other. Like there's a lot of love there. So yeah, there was a lot of love. Ooh, there's some kind of choice to be made in the future regarding choice. This is the Lovers card, so it's like it's all about either it's a divine partnership coming into your life, which is totally possible, or there's a choice being made, which it could be both. You know what I mean? Like there's kind of a clarifier for the Lovers. Okay, I think what it's saying is like, don't be so hung up on the past that you're not willing to allow new opportunities to come into your life.
That's huge.
That sounds very real.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, when you were talking, it totally resonated with me. You were talking about the past love that you kind of dwelled on. You're like, I'll never find anyone better than him. And then it's like, and then it gets to this point where you kind of let that go, and then you find someone who was way better than that person was in the first place.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah.
Oh God.
And it's like, I think that's a big part of it, is just recognizing that.
Sometimes that takes a long time.
It does. It sucks how long it takes sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like uncertainty right now. And it's like, I feel like it's regarding this male energy. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's because you're so connected to them that when their life falls apart, you feel like your life falls apart too. Mm-hmm. Is that something that resonates?
Yeah, I think I care too much for men who've been canceled.
Yeah, because like, because I feel
in general,
like it's like because it doesn't feel like this is you, because this is like this. It's the King of Pentacles, and it's like this stuff is going on, but it's like it seems like it's in your placement, so it's like you're so wrapped up in their world that it's affecting you.
Yeah, big time. Ooh, that's a new one.
It was in her spread too. It was the Hangman. So you're going to have a change in perspective on things. It's going to happen pretty quickly, and I think it's because of like the nature of coming in and out of your life.
Yeah.
It's like there's going to be choices you're going to be making that. So I'm going to see more about this. So loud for some reason. Right? It's like the loudest can opening I've ever heard, and it's like anyway. Sorry, it wasn't your fault. It was just funny. Yeah. It's one or two things. There's a change of perspective over someone who's kind of comes in and out of your life a lot. There's you having to make some decisions around that, and either you allowing someone else to come into your life instead of this person, or because this is a person who like stirs up trouble and then leaves, and this is a person right here that offers romantic feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please. I would like that.
Yeah. So what I think it's just trying to say is like you need to like really prioritize what you want in life and realize that if you want to continue with this guy, that it's probably just going to continue being in the in and out. But if you decide to make this decision, there's more potential for like actual
love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I know who that's talking about.
Yeah, but these, I gotta see it before I get excited about.
Okay. So you have like a really strong desire to succeed in life. Like it's something that like I feel like you don't really open up about, but it's like it's like, how do I word this? It's like the desire to be like competent and like someone who's really skilled at what they do, and like you have a lot of inner strength to accomplish those goals. Like you're someone, it's like as much as like you can be down and depressed, you can still like push through and keep going. Like you're like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
It's like you just keep going, and like it's like there's no batteries even in that bunny at this point. Like how is it even moving? But it's like, yeah, there's like you have that desire like to succeed, and you're kind of like have this reserve that's very deep.
Yeah.
To accomplish your goals. And then there's like I think you have like a lot of like either side hustles or it's like not even side hustles. It's like you have a lot of ideas of what you want to do. It's not just like one area. There's like multitude of things that you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think what it is what it's trying to say is like, you have to like not narrow your focus, because that sounds like narrow and I don't like that, but it's like just finding a way to like fine tune this desire to like so that you can like succeed more quickly or more effectively. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Don't spread like almost like don't spread yourself thin.
Yes, exactly. Like it's like you have the drive to do it. You have the energy to keep going. It's just, fine tuning, that sort of thing.
Oh, I had that card too, Sarah.
Is that the Joker?
I don't know.
There's no Joker. Called. That's in your deck, but I don't have a Joker in my deck.
It's the very busy multitasking cat.
Oh.
Let's see. Okay, what's this card?
Oh my God. Sarah, we had these two together.
Were they?
Yes, they were.
Okay, so there's like a sense of like you wanting to create that legacy for yourself and like to leave something behind, and not just like it's more than just earning money, and it's more than just fulfilling a desire. It's like there's like an aspect of having a legacy, and I think it might be connected to Vaughn a little bit, like that.
Yeah.
Like that thing, that project that you're working on.
Yeah, I would say so.
There's that makes sense. You're gonna have to wear many hats with regard to that project, because the hat really stood out for me just now. So it's like that is gonna, because I know I'm saying you have to focus more, but you focusing still could be like focusing on that one creative venture, but wearing many hats within that creative venture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's an element of like, let's see if I can clarify her for the 7 of Wands. It's like, I don't know if this is part of it, but it's like because it's a lot of work, it's like realizing right off the bat that like, I don't know, like that you have to do the boring shit too. Like there's gonna be a lot of aspects of it that are maybe not like kind of grueling.
Yeah.
And it's not as like fulfilling, but the long scheme is.
Right.
But the short term is like, You know what I mean? I don't know if it makes sense or not, but there's like an aspect of it's like that. And you might feel like there's a little bit of pushback in some regard to some of it. But the overall piece is like that legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Cool. That wasn't terrible. You know, like that was...
God.
You know? Just gonna be grind until I die. Yeah. Work, don't stop.
Yeah, but you
that's
have
expected
that drive.
But it's like you have drive, and it's like you're kind of filling up those.
I'm currently grieving the things that I thought I would have right now.
Yeah.
Which is like love, you know, like I'd like to love again. And I honestly, like if I could pay a doctor to remove that part of me, I would literally, I would pay, oh my gosh, like just to like take that chunk of my brain out that like wants it so bad,
but maybe,
I would have them remove it.
But maybe it's a process. Like for me, I was like you.
Yeah.
And maybe at some point you're like, you know what? I just don't care anymore. And that's when you find somebody.
I don't know if I'll ever not care is the thing. I said
that. I said that very same thing.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know if I will ever not care. And then at one point, I didn't care. I stopped focusing on it. I focused on other things.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when you're happy enough to be like, whatever. It's also more attractive too. It's like more like appealing when you're like, I don't know, because I know I get in that game, the mode of like obsessiveness, and it's like I need to just stop because it's not attractive, and it's like it's not healthy for me because it's like I don't want to be like putting the cart before the horse or whatever. Oh, Mindy.
Mindy's here.
She is, but you know what I mean though? It's like
oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, this was so fun. We're all zapped now.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I feel like I'm just like a downer.
No way.
You cry, making you kind of cry.
Oh no! I've like I said, I'm grieving the things I thought I'd have.
No, I know.
And I know that part of that is like accepting that things might not go the way that I want, and that's fine.
I don't think things go.
And that's fine though. I'm cool to be a worker bee and just like do cool shit. I'm cool to fucking do that, you know?
I think that whenever you plan for something, that's your first mistake. Because life never is planned, you know?
No.
Life is
But I just think I'm awesome, and why?
You are
that's my mission statement. I think I'm awesome, so why? Like
you are amazing.
You are awesome.
But so why?
But I thought
like,
that about myself too.
Yeah.
I think maybe you just
I hate this.
Oh,
I truly hate it. Like I said, I just don't want. Fuck, we gotta pull it together because you guys have to leave. I just don't want.
We'll be editing like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. I want the want for love to be gone.
Yeah.
Like I want to hate it and not care about it. I just can't not care.
Maybe someday you won't care, and that's when you'll find somebody.
But I can't go about the not caring for the purpose of finding someone.
That's
Do you know
right.
what I mean?
No,
like
no, it's not an intentional thing. I think it just happens organically.
Yeah. I think it's like a state of mind. It
is a state of mind that develops over time.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like you're being too hard on yourself because it's like...
You're being very hard on yourself.
The thing is, you went through like a really rough year, and it's like the fact that you're still standing is an accomplishment. So you focusing so much on like, why am I not in this place right now? Is like you've been in like a place of survival mode. So it's like you got to give yourself a break. Like
but I don't. And but that's the thing.
Stop it.
I know.
Stop
but that's
it.
the thing about not relaxing, right? I just don't relax.
But she's right. Danielle is right. Like you need to. 2020 has been a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And it's a write-off in terms of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
I think we're just lucky to be here and happy somewhat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
doing comedy. Look, Look at the good things that happened in 2020. You started doing comedy, and you're really good at it.
You are.
Yeah, I'm not writing good new stuff.
Stop it.
I don't
I'm gonna pinch you.
I don't think it's what my main thing is going. It's fun for sure, but I can't. I want money. Oh my God, I want money.
But you did it. How many people think to themselves, "Oh, I'm so funny. I should try that. I should go up on stage sometime," and they never do.
Yeah.
And you did it.
Yeah, no, for sure. No,
and you're
absolutely.
funny.
I just, like I said, I need a brain removal or medication or something. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just gonna try to pull it together for this to close this episode out, and then we'll be good to go. Where can people find you guys? We're gonna try.
I love you, Sarah.
End this on a high note. Plug away.
I'm
both of you.
Adrienne Gabrielle on Facebook and Adrienne Gabrielle 17 on Instagram.
Why the 17?
Because Adrienne Gabrielle was taken. What the fuck?
That sucks.
How many Adrienne Gabrielles are out there? Like, what the fuck?
Did you look her up?
I should have. I didn't.
She's probably made one post.
I should have.
Like...
I know, and I should stalk her. She's probably some prostitute in Yugoslavia or whatever, Ukraine. I don't even know if Yugoslavia is still a place. Ukraine.
Whoa.
She's a prostitute in Ukraine. I'm going to look her up right now.
But guys, seriously, I know that I'm upset right now. That's a personal thing. It's nothing about Danielle's reading. Danielle's really fucking good at this shit.
We both cried in
and that's
this.
why.
We both cried. That's how good she is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you want to cry, check out Novatera.
Contact Danielle.
Jesus, but we do need it. But you got to book in with Novatera.
Novatera. It was amazing. I'm totally going to have you read me again.
Yay, awesome.
I can't wait. It was
It'd be better too, because like cameras, like
I know.
Anyway,
it's a weird environment to do it.
It is a
knowing,
weird
but you killed it
because you feel the pressure. I think.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, I've never had a reading like this before.
Okay, that makes me happy.
Isn't that wild?
It
Yeah,
is
she's
wild.
so good. Yeah, you're so good.
Thank you.
So thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.
We're gonna do a
me.
joint bell ring. You guys both ring that together.
How do we do that?
There's no way to show it really. Can you reach over, Danielle?
That's gonna look
This
really
far?
weird.
That is gonna look weird. Ring that bell.
Ding it,
How
ding
are
it,
we
ding
reaching? I
it.
lost it.
We're done.